Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our RTS podcast series. I'm here with Abhishek Reddy, our Director of AI Strategy, and we're talking AI today. So, looking forward to a great conversation around how organizations are using Juno Labs to move from data to innovation with analytics and BTP specifically. So, Abhishek, can you tell me a little bit about what AI first means for enterprise customers?
First, thank you for having me, Lindsay. Excited to share the journey here and talk about AI today, and especially what we are doing at RTS. So, when I say we bake AI into the core, what it means is we make sure that when we architect a particular system, AI is not thrown in as an add on at the end, but rather, right from the start, we make sure that every process uh, and all of the components that we have are all AI centric, and that would be the focus because I think of AI as data is the foundation, and then AI is a compass through which we can navigate the data, make sense out of it, and then iterate over it and drive meaningful insights out of that data. So here at RTS, we are working on several exciting projects with many of our customers. We are doing things about how can we automate invoice processing, how can we make our call center operations more AI, uh, how can we bake AI automation into our cloud center operations. Cloud Sense AI is one of our primary platforms through which customers can leverage their uh, telemetry data through their systems, whichever it is on their cloud infrastructure, trying to make sense out of it. Uh, we continuously ingest the data and then we provide that to our agentic AI orchestration framework, which is able to process the data, understand what are anomalies and what is out of the baseline, and then it tries to make sense of what would be the appropriate remediation workflow for a given anomaly, and then it can raise a service ticket for our operators to look at. It can automate the triggering of our workflows, remediation workflows. It can also understand when to escalate an event to bring a human in the loop if it doesn't have sufficient data to process. So being able to understand all of this and making sense of it, and then the master agent coordinating it with more dedicated agents, uh, all of that is going to drive a lot of value to our customers. We have a lot of more exciting projects going on. I can probably talk about it during the course of our conversation today.
Yeah, absolutely. That kind of leads me into my next question, which is what are some of the exciting projects and use cases that you're seeing for this today?
Yes, we have a lot of projects going on. One of them is our invoice processing and automation platform that we have built recently. And what it does is one of the biggest pain points for customers is about processing invoices that come in from multiple vendors. And the invoices are not in a standard format, for instance, and making sense out of it and automating the invoice processing and reconciliation. That takes a lot of effort. So, what our system does is it ensures that the invoices are processed, understood properly, and it can then ensure that the reconciliation happens seamlessly, and then the folks who are involved in finance, they can make sense out of it very quickly. So this has a lot of potential to drastically reduce on manual effort. The next one that discussed recently was about CloudSense AI, and that's seeing a lot of interest from various customers. And the next one is going to be uh, our call center operations platform. So, call center operations is where we completely automate end to end all of the customer interactions. When a customer calls into a call center to our operator, we automate the authentication and identity of the customer, because that itself can save a lot of call time with our operator. And then once the operator picks up the call, we try to understand the intent behind the question so that we can send the call to the dedicated operators who can properly service the call. So the intent classification is all built in. And then when dedicated call center operators who are focused on that specific problem use case are involved, we make sure that the caller transcript is summarized and a text transcript is generated. We automate the creation of the ServiceNow ticket, and then we also make sure that the caller is sent a message of that transcript back to their email so that they are in line with what's happening, and then they can see the timeline of the incident and any background resolution steps that the operator is performing on their behalf.
What kind of ROI are customers seeing with AI, and what kind of timeline are they starting to see that payback as well?
There's a lot of value that our call center operations can bring in right out of the picture. For instance, our users and customers typically see a 40% reduction in the mean time to resolution, for instance. Internally, we are also enhancing our AI systems to reduce the average call waiting time as well as average call resolution time. And this itself can translate to a lot of productivity on our behalf, and how our automation can reduce the amount of manual effort that our call center operators have to put in.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights around AI, Abhishek. It was great to have you on the podcast, and thank you all so much for tuning in.